Hey, welcome to episode 1 of my second trip of 2022. I am road tripping with my dad through Colorado, Utah, Nevada, and California, and I'm super excited to see all the national parks and state parks that we're going to. Today we are in Colorado at the Great Sand Dunes National Park, and it snowed last night, as you can probably tell, and this morning it snowed as well. Anyway, so we wanted to be here for sunrise. We're a little later than sunrise, but it was really cloudy, so there wasn't really much of a spectacular sunrise. So I'm walking over to like the base of the dunes. It's like 30 degrees out, so it's pretty cold. Last night we camped at Zapata Falls Campground, which is pretty close to the national park. Okay, so at this point the wind just got too bad to hear anything, so I'm just gonna do a little voiceover summary of what I said. The last time I went camping, it was in summer in Arkansas, and it was just horribly hot and sweaty and really hard to fall asleep because I was so uncomfortable. So because of that, I would say that camping in winter is actually better, just because even though it's cold, you can get into the sleeping bag and it's nice and toasty and warm. We have really good sleeping bags and a good tent, both of which are all weather. So even though it was cold and windy at night, it got down to about 17 degrees, but we couldn't really even tell because the sleeping bags were so warm. And then we also had a little mattress pad that was a couple inches, so we didn't have to sleep directly on the ground. So really it was fine sleeping in the campsite, and I'll show you our little campsite later in the video when we go back up to take it down. We only spent one night here in Colorado, and then after this we moved on to Moab, and we did camp in Moab as well. I think I maybe regret walking all the way over to these dunes. It's a long walk and it's so windy. There they are behind me. Otherwise, I mean, it's a beautiful day, except for the cold and the wind, but the light is really pretty. I like that it's snowy because it's like really unique, you know? You don't really see photos of it with snow, at least. I don't know if I ever have. Okay, I'm not gonna walk all the way over there. I don't plan on hiking it. I definitely don't really have the right shoes on, and it's very cold and sandy. It's hard to walk in the sand and snow. So I'm gonna go ahead and walk back to the car. I think we're gonna go check out some other places in the area. My dad wants to go to a wildlife refuge to see some birds, and then we're gonna head off to Moab, I guess. All right, so here is our little campsite. It is really simple. I mean, there's a table, a fire pit, there's our tent, and that's it. The campsite has, or the campground, I guess, has a vault toilet at the entrance, but that's it. There's no running water or anything else. It was $19 a night for this site, but we used my dad's annual lifetime senior pass for the national parks, and that took off a few dollars. This is a BLM campground, so it's pretty simple, but it's nice, public land, and I'm gonna fly the drone. Okay. Okay, we're gonna do the little hike to Zapata Falls. It's gonna be frozen, so I'm really excited to see it. It's supposed to be only like half a mile, so we'll see. It is so beautiful in here. Everything's frozen. Look at these. Look at all this ice. Oh. And then I almost fell and died. Okay. I'm gonna record while standing still. But look, there's a cave. We're gonna go in there. The waterfall's in there, but it's frozen. It's just so gorgeous. Okay, this is so beautiful. It's completely frozen on the outside, but on the inside, you can kind of see the water flowing on the other side. And then there's this hole, and you can see the creek down there. Okay, it is very beautiful, but also very slippery. If you come in winter, it's completely frozen. And yeah, we had to like hold on to the wall and walk really slowly. The other people that were up here had crampons on, so if you have those, I would suggest bringing them. But oh my god, it's so beautiful. Oh my god, and there's like snow falling down. Okay, that was one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. It was so gorgeous, and I loved how the water was like falling behind the ice. It was so cool. But if you come in winter, very dangerous, very slippery. I did almost fall a couple times. From about this point on, it's like completely ice. Luckily there's snow, which makes it a little easier to walk. But if it wasn't for the snow, we probably wouldn't have been able to go all the way in. But gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous waterfall. Okay, so that is it for our little stay here in Colorado. We did the auto tour through the Alamosa Wildlife Refuge. We didn't see that many birds, but we saw some. We saw a magpie, so that was the first magpie of the trip. Pretty much my dad is a huge bird nerd and likes to keep track of all the birds we see on each trip, so it's kind of fun, I guess, except for when he stops the car all the time to look at a bird, and it's just a bird we normally see in our backyard. But anyway, we are now going to be on our way to Moab, which is going to be a different video, so make sure you are subscribed so you know when that goes online. We're going to be spending, I think, 3 full days in Moab, going to Arches National Park and Canyonlands National Park, and then seeing some of the other areas that aren't in national parks. I'm really excited. We went to Moab in 2020 and we only went to Arches, so I'm excited to see the other park and just kind of explore. And like I said earlier, we're going to be camping there as well, so if you're into camping videos, hiking, nature, make sure you subscribe and you'll see that. So okay, cool, thanks for watching. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Bye.